Today we'll be doing another craft work and we will be carving soap. So I'm wearing gloves just because I think it will benefit me not smudging soap everywhere, but I'll just inform you about some of the tools we'll need today to work. So you can either have a standard kitchen vegetable shaving knife, or you can just have a normal knife, but also something like a precision knife would probably be best, or some other precision knives as well. If you do lino cut or anything like that, I think these would work as well. So there's many options. You really don't need to have any precision knives to make a nice carving of soap. So we will be doing, well, at least I will be doing a little turtle. So I think the first step is to kind of decide how you want it to look like so that we have a bit of an image. So this will be sort of like a top view of how it will look like, and I think from the side baby turtles are a bit, they go like a little bit more wider at the front of their bodies and going narrower. Also, it will really depend what kind of shape soap you have. Mine is an offcut from a soap I already had, so it might be a bit more difficult for me, but I'll show you what you need to do to determine where your design and how it will go. So this area here is the widest, or here is, I'd say here probably best, would be the widest area of my soap. So that is going to be like, the turtle is gonna go that way in the middle of it, because I need the widest area for the fins, and obviously where the head would go as well. So next I'm going to be looking at where I'm gonna put the head and where I'm going to put the bottom. So as I mentioned before, the head has to be the widest, and it has a kind of slope here. So my head area, so this is going to be the front of it. So I'd say the first thing would be just to get a general shape. So we'll be just carving a sort of general shape of how this would look like. Or you can even do a little bit of a, how'd you call it? a little bit of a drawing. This is not working. This way. But of course we're gonna carve everything off now, so it's just a guideline, so I wouldn't go too much, so I wouldn't cut off the bits that I'll need later. So you can probably just start off shaving it off. Shave off the bits that kind of going down. So you see, this works very fine. Please don't throw away the leftover soap. We'll be doing a little experiment with that rest of the soap. So I kind of shaved off some of the parts. Of course, you can just use a knife. Will probably be the smarter thing to do. Just please be careful. Don't do this unsupervised. Now we will be cutting off the top and the bottom. So you want to kind of think about the side view, how your turtle is gonna, like this one, like here where I mentioned how it looked like as a side view. So let's look. So if you need more guidance, just keep on drawing on top of it to make the shape you need. Okay, so from here on, I think I'm going to do the head. So there's a dip here. And then the shell by itself, it goes down, but it is kind of angled like a triangle at the top. Let's look at about the shell. So the shell kind of goes till here, till the end. And yeah, somehow like this. And then here is going to be where the fins start. But they do start deeper from where the head and the shell are. So you have to kind of go a little bit deeper to figure out that base. So now the bottom, we just kind of want to flatten it a little bit. It is going still narrower to the bottom. So it's still kind of going down. So slowly we're starting to see something more similar to that, but not yet. So I guess we want to just shape it a little bit more to how we see it from the top. I just want to even out the whole base. This is great for just doing a big area. So one advice I can give you about certain things. Think what objects are going underneath and which ones are going above each other. So for example here, you can see the fins. And this fin is definitely going to go over this one because the shell here is higher than here. So it will go above. So I think this is going to be the end of the top fin for me. So I'm going to go lower where it's going to meet the smaller fin. I decided to go for the overlapping fins because it is closer together. And that means that it's going to be easier to carve and it will not break up as easily when you're washing your hands with the soap. I mean, you can use these little sculptures as just little sculptures if you want. Just, you know, not really do much with them. just like put them as a decoration. But I think at this time, when the virus is around, we want to wash our hands a lot. So it's just a little fun project, I think. And also we will not waste the leftover soap. I'll show you a really neat trick of what you can do with it. But I warn you again, do not, if you are underage, please have someone grown up who can advise you on this. I would really not want anyone to hurt themselves because of my workshop. But it's really fun because it is actually quite a lovely feeling cutting into the soap because it's so soft and it just like butter. It's just really smooth. So underneath the shell, we just wanted to have this indent because this way we can see the shell better. It's really starting to form quite nicely. So say you're working on this and you accidentally cut too much. So for example, I'm not very satisfied with how the side turned out. I think it's a bit too small. So you have lots and lots of the soap here. And see if you can get a bigger bit or a couple of bits. And what we'll do now is we'll just heat it up and see if we can attach it back. Because this is soap. It's oil. In a way, it should be completely fine. I'm just gonna heat it up. So I'm just using a same knife to just kind of smooth out while it's still warm. So there's still more there to heat up. So as for the final steps, we'll just finish off with the eyes and some texture. As the eyes are slightly poking out, I added some more of the soap. So there is quite a lot of leftover soap, and I really like the soap. It's actually goat's milk soap, so it was really soft, and it was very easy to carve. So what I'll do now, and what you guys can do as well, is you take the leftover and you put it in a microwave safe dish, and you warm it up for a bit, for a few seconds, maybe 30 or something, until it's melted. You don't want it boiling though. Until it's melted, and then you pour it into whatever shape you want. And you have your, you're not wasting any soap.